We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Here it's the second of this three-game set between the Falcons and the Engineers. Steve Rice looks to keep up the pace in the AL batting title race right after this. Patrick Nelson will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
Coming to the plate now, Steve Rice. He's been swinging a very hot bat so far this year and currently finds himself in second place on the leaderboard as he strives for that batting title.
And I'm guaranteeing you he's fully aware of how many hits it's going to take for him to overtake that #1 spot. He's got his eye on the top spot in batting average.
Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 at his homestand.
And he's really continued to look great in the second half of the season. Over the last 10 games, hitting over 300.
He's been so consistent all year. His timing, just his presence in the box. It doesn't look like this is going away anytime soon. Probably going to battle for a batting title the rest of the way.
And he lays off ball 4, and the leadoff man is Bart Flash. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit in the air down the right field line. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Not a good pitch, but he handled it nicely, guys.
Yeah, the pitcher's got to wonder what he has to do to get it past this guy. That pitch was off the plate, but he shows great reach, gets good extension, and drives it for a 2-bagger.
In now, Jeffrey Bellamy, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He'll enter play with that average at a sterling .331 with 19 homers and 59 RBIs. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Hey, there's a ton of reasons I could give to you as to why this guy has been such a good pitcher in his career. But I think this is the biggest one. His ability to work out of nasty jams. 2 guys in scoring position right here. Interested to see how he works out of this.
Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
From the stretch, John O'Neill is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. From the stretch. And looking at his post-All-Star break performance, his pace has slowed down a bit, but not to the point where there's any real reason for concern just yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't be concerned about it. Anytime you're hovering in that 280 to 300 range for 10 games, you usually feel pretty good about it. The only problem is he had such a great first half, his average has actually dipped a little bit.
Stepping into the box, Joel Sloan, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he fouls this one off.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
Comes set, the 0-1.
Yep, 1-1.
Flash at second with 2 down.
Hey.
1-2 now as this catches the outer half.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Sandlot is on top 1-0. Benji Easel, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. And please, Zach, what do you got?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be a fun one to watch. This guy's been around the block for a while, but he's having a rock-solid season with a real good ERA. It'll be really interesting to see how he attacks his opposing lineup.
Now to the plate, Homer Webster. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Homer Webster.
Here's the pitch.
Nope.
4-1. And guys, you take a look at our visitors here with the early lead tonight as we play the bottom of the first. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
The designated hitter, Scott Sterling.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Scott Sterling. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Circle change there, called strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
So now to the plate, Chase McCrary. As he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. McCrary is undoubtedly one of the best hitters in baseball, especially against right-handed pitching. Tends to hit for both power and average, so he's certainly a big threat in matchups like these.
Yeah, you could tell he is just super confident against right-handed guys. You know, sometimes it's coincidence. Sometimes it's you don't see many lefties, Matty. But bottom line is, 75% of the time there's a right-hander on the mound, and this guy finds barrel consistently.
2 out, nobody on. Hard hit to first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 1 inning in the books here. The Sandlot leads it 1-0. Second inning set to go, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Kevin Root. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. And despite his success with the bat this year, he's going through a really tough stretch in recent games, batting under the Mendoza line over his last 10.
Yeah, he struggled the last 10 games, no doubt about it, but the sample size in the first half is too big. It's only going to take one swing for him to get right back on track.
And it's 1-2.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Into the box, Bruce Sanders. As he'll take a look at ball one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 1-0. Fouled off. Bases are empty, one man out. And he misses 2-1. Popped him up. Quinn is under it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Batting eight, the right fielder, Pat Sample.
Into the box now, Pat Sample, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now here's the pitch. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Sample, originally from the state of Alabama. He's in the midst of his 20th major league campaign. Pretty remarkable. Almost 2 full decades playing at the highest level.
Yeah, you said it, Matty. Nothing else has to be said. In order to stay in this game 16 years, you have to be a great talent, a great teammate, and have the ability to adjust and evolve as a player. So hats off to him.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count 2-2. And he's able to find a knockout.
At the plate, Judd. And he fouls this one off. Two out with the man at first. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike two.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
The 1-2. And another foul ball. And it's fouled away.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
In the dirt here, and a heads-up play to get back to first as he wisely hadn't gotten too far from the bag. Skied into very shallow right. McCrary is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Stepping up, Sanchez. He went deep in the contest last night.
Sanchez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes.
Count 1 and 2.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
At the plate now, Benny Gutierrez. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. He's entering play in this one, a home run shy of 20 for the season. The windup and the 0-1.
0-1.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
And that's high and off the plate. 2-1.
1 strike. The count.
1 out, nobody on. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Bounced softly in front of the plate. And that's the second out.
The left fielder, DeAndre Davis.
Now at the plate, DeAndre Davis. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. Line towards center field. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit.
Well, this was a good start for the pitcher. First 5 guys, 5 up, 5 down, but the number 6 hitter proved to be a little bit more difficult, and that's a bullet hit.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Dan. Just a nice AB by the 6-hole guy after watching his first 5 brethren take a seat.
Now at the plate, Jalen Jones. And he's one of the more dangerous hitters in baseball right now, carrying a 10-game hitting streak into this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
Hey, I know the tying run's at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
A runner on first with 2 away. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. This is in the air to left. Sloan is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Top of the third set to get underway. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Steve Rice. Here comes the first pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. At the plate, he's really continued to look great in the second half. Over his last 10 games, hitting over 300.
No surprise this guy found himself in the All-Star game in the Midsummer Classic. He absolutely had a monster first half. He was almost a certain lock to represent his team at that game.
3-0 to him now. And he lays off there, ball four. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Bart Flash. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
0-1 the count. The runner at first with no outs here. Goodness, 0-2 now.
Ooh, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
And 2, here it comes. Popped him up. Sanchez over to his left. 1 out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jeffrey Bellamy.
Ready for another chance. Jeffrey Bellamy earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Aye. 2-2 now. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Right fielder coming on. He can't get there as it falls in. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, definitely not the execution you're looking for to pull an outside breaking ball, but who cares? Next day's box score, that's a line drive.
To the plate now, John O'Neill. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Looking at his post-All-Star break performance, his pace has slowed down a little bit from the prolific pace that he set for himself in the first half, but not to the point where anybody's really concerned just yet.
Yeah, he's certainly slowed. His timing looks a little bit off these last 10 games, but still finding a way to work that 1 knock a night in there and keep everybody off his back. I think he figures it out pretty quick here.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Now the 2-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
1 strike. Ball
3-1.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
And he can't connect with the 3-1 curveball, so that'll run it full. swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Left fielder looking up. It's up onto the train tracks and out of here. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Number 18 for him on the campaign as they move on top 4-0.
Well, with a 3-2 count and only 1 out, he knew that he was probably going to see a pitch in the zone, but he could not have hoped for a better pitch to drive. All aboard the RBI train.
Into the box now, Joel Sloan. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0 home.
Ball, that's off the plate.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
3 runs already home here. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Pitch on the way. Fouled away. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
In now, Kevin Root. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
On the ground to the right side. Reined in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. The Sandlot is out in front here, 4-0. Here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And he lays off for ball 1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Outside, 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
All even now, 2-2. He pulls this one into right, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
He went with the slider, but the hitter wasn't fooled for a second. Gets the barrel of the bat through the zone and rips it down the line for a leadoff double.
Standing in now, Harold Harmon, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Circle change and a beauty. It's 0-2.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. And the slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Now the payoff pitch home. Count remains full. 8th pitch of the at bat coming up. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Homer Webster.
Into the box, Homer Webster. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Too low, 1-0. First and second here with nobody out. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Got him fishing for that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
The 2-1. Lifted down the line in left. But this will land untouched. Weak grounder back to the mound. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. To second for 1.
Definitely a risky and aggressive play from the pitcher there, but he made it work out. They practice plays like that a lot in spring training, so it paid off this time.
Striding forward now is the DH, Scott Sterling. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. And he fouls this one off. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Nope. That's inside. That's ball 3.
Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit it now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone, so you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Digging in, Chase McCrary. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Swing, and he pops him up. Sanders in foul ground, but this will land untouched. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 2-1 home.
Down to 3-1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too, and here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Fernando Sanchez. First pitch coming. Here it is. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1. We mentioned his position in the batting race earlier in the game, and with a batting average above the 400 mark over his last 10 games, it's a little scary to think that he might be getting better as the season wears on.
Yeah, you watch this guy knock the donut off the bat. He strides to the plate with nothing but confidence. And
1 run scores. Now this gets all the way to the wall. It's cut off, so all 3 runners are in to score.
Bases loaded, and he was looking to drive them all in the second he stepped into the box. Puts a big swing on this thing, and the ball just gets down to the wall, allowing everyone to come around and score. He'll take a 3-run double every day of the week.
Gutierrez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Comes set, and the 0-1. Line towards center field. Rice is there. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 24, DeAndre Davis.
Coming to the plate now, DeAndre Davis, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. He's right there. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 4-4. So striding in, Bruce Sanders comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope.
Ball one.
Count 1-0.
First two pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down or he won't be out here very long.
The 2-0 on the way. High in the air out towards shallow right. McCrary has to come in a few steps, but he has it for route number 1.
The right fielder, number 31, Pat Sample.
In now, Pat Sample. He reached on a single in his first try. Now the pitch. Good curveball there against the swing and miss. Tight game here early on. 4-4 the score here in inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he...
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as they will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
Hey, I know we're not sitting up here with a crystal ball, but that swing right there, although in the middle innings, could be the deciding factor. And we could be looking back at this one when it's all said and done.
At the plate now, Judd.
Number 22.
And now here's the ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 32, Steve Rice.
So coming to the plate, Steve Rice. Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
Again, another foul ball. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And that ends the inning. So just the 1 hit in the inning, but it's a home run that pushes him out in front. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Sandlot is on top here, 5-4. At the plate, Jalen Jones. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Here's the first pitch to him.
That's a ball.
I'm sure he's frustrated by that call. Probably could have been a strike, but at the same time, earning strikes from the umpire is a real thing. If you've been all over the place like he has, you're just not going to get much help from the umpires.
Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Throw not nearly in time as he reaches it first.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this after that knock right there? That's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up, you've been sleeping easy for almost a week, 8 days. Now we're on 11. This guy's dinner tastes different.
So now to the plate, Tristan Quinn. As he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. The 1-0 home is a slider taken for a ball.
Well, his last time out, guys were just flailing away at that slider, but tonight, completely different story. I think their approach coming to the plate tonight was to lay off that pitch until he shows he can throw it for a strike.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And that's finally over for a strike.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. And that misses for ball 4, and it's first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
At the plate, Harold Harmon, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch coming, here it is. Bottom part of the zone, and the slider is in there for a called strike.
Little traffic on the base paths right here, but one pitch away from getting a double play and getting right back into control.
None out, runners at first and second. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside. Grounded up the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. First and second here with nobody out. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Ready for another shot now, Homer Webster, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Great job by everyone involved right there. Executed a great pitch. Got the double play. But don't kid yourself. There's still a guy standing on third base. He still needs one more out.
Liner towards second. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
The designated hitter.
And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. At the plate, Scott Sterling, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And another throw over. Runner back safely. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. And this one's in the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
He's set the payoff pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2, you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Stepping up to the plate, Chase McCrary. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begins throwing. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
2-0 count. 3-0 now.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. Just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. The walk would be good here, too.
Here's the 3-0. And he misses again. Ball 4, and his control is really letting him down now.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, the single probably drives in a couple of runs.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Fernando Sanchez. One of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hard hit toward the hole. And that is through into left field. A base hit. And not in time as the run scores. The runner from second crosses the plate. Now a 7-5 game.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get 2 outs, and all of a sudden give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
Clay Williams answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. To the plate now, Benny Gutierrez, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Inside, ball one.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
The 1-2 is a slider that misses below the zone.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch right here.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Well, he had him down 0-2 earlier in this at-bat, but he hasn't been able to put him away and end this inning. This has been a fun battle to watch.
Now the 3-2 pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We played 4 full. The Lower East Side is out in front, 7-5. Standing in, Bart Flash. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Now the 0-1.
Ball.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full.
Great job by the pitcher right there to put him in the proverbial rocking chair. Slowed him down, sped him up, slowed him down. Let's see where he's going now.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th, with a punch-out, 1 away.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it, so that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Stepping in now, Jeffrey Bellamy. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Bellamy, a 6'9" left-handed hitter, but throws with the right hand. He's been in the big leagues for over 2 decades now. That kind of longevity is extremely rare in just about any sport, and it's great to see.
Yeah, he has, Matty, an incredible career, and he's getting into parts unknown as far as seasons played in the 18 years in the big leagues. You'd be hard-pressed to find just your average generic player. When you start hanging around for that long, you're talking the likes of Mickey Mantle, Andy Pettitte, Mike Schmidt, guys along that lines that have stayed in the game 18 years and produced.
Inside with the fastball, and he works the base on ball.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, John O'Neill comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, Matt, and that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. One and one, here it is. Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Standing in now, Joel Sloan. He swings and grounds it to short. He's got it. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. Digging in now, DeAndre Davis.
The left fielder, DeAndre Davis.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up. And they will get... No! He's in there. A very close play at first.
Now batting, shortstop, Jalen Jones.
In now, Jalen Jones. He swings and misses. Throw down. Perfect throw, and they got him at second.
Well, he tried to turn a single into a double by stealing second on the first pitch, but they were ready for it. Good catch and throw from behind the plate, and it's like that base hit never happened.
The pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lays off, 2-2 now. Back up the middle. And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by.
Now batting, the third baseman, Tristan Quinn.
So now to the plate, Tristan Quinn, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. And he pulls the string on the circle change, but it's taken for ball 1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
And it's fouled away. Here's a look over to first, and he's back in standing. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Bouncer to the left side. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. And a relay home, and he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing him softly, station to station with those knocks.
Into the box now, Harold Harmon. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Harmon, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him. A ball and a strike.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a 4-seamer right there, but get back to that 2-seam. It's what his MO is.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I gotta believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
The 2-1. Runners on first with 1 down. Doesn't offer at the circle change there, and it goes full 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch,
from the belt, the pitch, and he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Digging in and looking for more, Homer Webster. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
The designated hitter, number 9, Scott Sterling.
Now at the plate, Scott Sterling. First delivery to him on the way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. He's able to take the ball the other way here. High and deep to right center. And this one scoots all the way to the wall.
when this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI two-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
Plate now, Chase McCrary, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. A couple of walks for him thus far. Comes set with the 0-1. Pops this one up. Judd is there, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 5 innings complete. The Lower East Side is on top 9-5. Leading off the inning, Kevin Root, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
The 1-0. This one's down to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter, the third baseman, Bruce Sanders.
Digging in, Bruce Sanders. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First offering on its way.
1-0.
And through 5 1/3, already coming up on 100 pitches here.
Yeah, Matty B, this pitch count continues to go up, near 100 pitches here. He's not even through the 6th inning, and Mark DeRosa, this is right where you'd like to have a pitcher like this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of stress pitches for him, you know. Usually you can throw 100 pitches, and if you're not taxed and there's not people and runners in scoring position, you could be all right. But he's had to grind this one.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. The 1-0. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He's certainly got this guy on the defensive.
Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
In there, a base hit.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, Devo. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Stepping in now, Judd, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike 1.
Hey, it's been a little bit of a rough outing for this guy in this one so far. And one thing you can look at if you want to get really picky, less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Hit the other way out toward right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Digging in, Fernando Sanchez. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. First pitch coming, here it is. And a ball, 1-0. Swing and a ground ball to third. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The batter, the center fielder, Benny Gutierrez.
Striding in, Benny Gutierrez. He's set. Here it comes. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. High in the air into shallow left center. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
The left fielder, number 24, DeAndre Davis.
Into the box now. DeAndre Davis is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball just inside. Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Center fielder coming on. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Alexi Ramirez will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. Leading off the inning, Steve Rice, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out.
The bat, number 8, designated hitter, Bart Flash.
So digging in now, Bart Flash. First pitch of the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. In tight there as he's got to turn out of the way of that one. Ramirez is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Count still at 1-2. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the Crawford boxes and gone. A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And just like that, it's down to a 3-run ball game.
Hey, that was a pretty good fastball. Some low fire at the knees. But in this day and age of launch angle, this guy was able to go down and get it and hit it a mile.
At the plate, Jeffrey Bellamy.
Bellamy.
Fouled away. It was a walk in his last trip. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Struck him out.
Now batting.
Ready now, John O'Neill. First pitch on its way. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. That's wide, 2-0.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
3-0 now.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Stepping in, Joel Sloan. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
He's set and the pitch. Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Two out with the man at first. And he fouls this one off. Working for the punch out and the offering. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
He didn't look overly fooled.
And this is lined softly here to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
The 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through for his first base hit in this one. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through. Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Ready with the 1-0.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Right on the corner, 2-2. Two and two. Here it is. Popped him up. Harmon waits on it. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1 run scores here in the frame. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, with the big blow being the home run. No errors and 2 left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Engineers are out in front here, 9-6. At the plate, Jalen Jones. He singled his last time up.
Jalen Jones.
Here comes the first pitch.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
The 0-1 pitch. Lays off the circle change there. A ball and a strike. The 1-1. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Ready with the 1-2. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Tristan Quinn.
Striding into the box, Tristan Quinn. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch on its way. Here's the 0-1. And there's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Popped up. Sanders has room in foul territory, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher Harold Harmon.
Stepping into the box, Harold Harmon. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Obviously the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
Now a circle change, but he takes it low, ball 2.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Now here's the pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Sample will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Demetrius Robertson will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. Digging in to try it again, Bruce Sanders. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Well, this one's been a bit of a head-scratcher, despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty B, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all over the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
Ready with the 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, right fielder, Brett Sample.
So striding forward now, Pat Sample. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
Now a fastball. Oh, strike 3 called on a pitch that looked inside. Instead, it's out number 2.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
In now, Judd, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
Hey! Got a ball, 1 strike.
Two out, nobody on. One and 2 now.
That's
2 and 2. The 2-2.
3 and 2.
Steve Rice would be next. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
The center fielder, number 32, Steve Rice.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Steve Rice. He steps in for the 5th time today, giving him a bonus chance, if you will, to keep that hitting streak alive. From the stretch.
Hey!
A runner on first with 2 away. That finds the zone, a called strike.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And this one's in the dirt. Good job there as the count goes to 1 and 2. 2 out with the man at first. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Billy Gant will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Homer Webster. First offering on its way. Gant, 33 years old. He's a 15-year major league vet, so it's been quite the career for him.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
The pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Rice is there, and he has it for the first out.
The designated hitter, number 9, Scott Sterling.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Scott Sterling. From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Bases are empty, one man out. Ball one. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball on that one because it's coming in hot, and he still manages to get out front of that and yank it for 2 bases.
So stepping in, Chase McCrary. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. Here comes the first pitch. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. 1 out and a runner on second base.
Nope.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1. Fernando Sanchez will be next. And he takes ball 4 again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
The first baseman, number 33, Fernando.
Ready once again, Fernando Sanchez. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
0-1's the count.
Awesome execution right there. Great pitcher's pitch and an excellent job to get ahead in a tough spot.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Got him out at his front foot. It's 0-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now. And it's fouled away. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Benny Gutierrez is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. Got him. Couldn't connect on the slur that time, and that'll end it. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Andres Cuevas comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Striding in to start the 9th, Bart Flash, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now. All over the place to start the 9th. It's 3-0 now.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
And a full count now, 3-2.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
3-2 pitch. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. You can't beat yourself up about that with too much.
Now batting, Jeffrey Bellamy. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
Nobody out, runner on first. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
That's exactly the pitch you don't want to be chasing in these situations. He's going to keep that ball down below the hollow of the knee, try and get you to ground into a double play. You have to set your sights at least belt high.
Here it comes, 0-2. Fastball swung on, missed for the first out.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
Standing in now, John O'Neill, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Now the 1-0.
Oh, that's low.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. 2-2. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
So now to the plate, Joel Sloan. Ball one to start the at-bat. A runner on first with 2 away. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the ninth is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
The count now at 2-1. From the belt, the pitch.
No, that's down.
Well, this is a big pitch right here. 2 outs in the ninth. The last thing you want to do is walk a guy and bring the tying run to the plate.
The 3-1. This one's down to third. Throw on to first is in time to get him. And the Engineers have taken games 1 and 2 here at home as this one is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
9-6 the final tally in this one. The Lower East Side took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Patrick Nelson earned his 9th win of the year. Benji Easel allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. Andres Cuevas hammers down the save, his 24th on the season. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team, 9 runs, 11 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the visitors, 6 runs, 8 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.